All right, hello everyone. It is me, Rachel Cross. I am bringing you Art from the Heart time, where everything we create is with a point and a purpose, and there is never a wrong way to create art. I hope everyone is doing well. I am excited to show you what I have brought today. I have brought a project where you can create a sun. I have some samples right here, and then I have a bigger one right here as well. And I'm going to go over quickly how I made these, and then I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this one for you. So today's subject is self-care. What is self-care? What would be to you taking care of yourself? Something that makes you feel good, something that is satisfying when you get to do it. So I don't mean having to do your chores, having to do cleaning or cooking. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Self-care is actually a time set aside for yourself. It could be reading a book, could be going outside to play, it could be taking a walk with someone you enjoy walking with, or alone if you need a little quiet time. But if we're young, we can't walk alone, so maybe not that, right? And then it could also be FaceTiming someone that we can't see right now, or even just making them a note or a card. It's even doing something for somebody else in that manner that's caring for them, and it makes you feel good doing it. So that's what self-care is. It's that part of us that's almost like soul-satisfying, taking care of ourselves. And it does. It feels so good. So that's why I chose to represent this as a sun, because I know that when I practice self-care, I feel like I'm shining bright like the sun. It feels good, and I really enjoy that. So that's why I chose to make mine a sun. Now, as I go through all the demonstrations today, remember, there is no wrong way to create this. If you want to do a flower, or if you want to do a dinosaur, or, I don't know, a hot air balloon, anything, an airplane, whatever you like, that's what I want you to create. And if you choose to add self-care items on there, that would be amazing. And I hope that you do. So let me get to the supplies today. I have just a couple different. So I have the paper plate. That's what these are made out of right here. I'll go ahead and show this a little bit more. This is a demonstration sample of just made on a paper plate. It's just drawn. That's all it is. I could have done it on paper or anything that I could find. So that's what this is. This is just a simple drawing, and in the middle it says, self-care is like sunshine. I need it to grow. Because I do. I need it to feel good and to continue on a positive path. It's what I need. I found that out. So there is one, and I'll go over more of what it says here in just a little bit. This is a more simpler one. It again is on a paper plate, and it just says my self-care. And this was done with paint, the background the yellow, and some jewels and some glitter glue. And on the back, they did write, well, actually helped because they were younger. So it actually, this is a sample. Sing, color, dance, eat, sleep, and take a walk. How easy and simple are those, right? Nothing elaborate. It's probably little things that you may do. Listening to music could be self-care. Oh, it just feels good. Maybe you play an instrument. Maybe you dance, or you just love to sing. Those things are self-care. So with this one right here, this one is done with paper, and I cut out a lot of the designs. And so I have some already pre-cut, ready to show you how I made this, because this is the one I want to go over today. Because check this out right here. Oh, you pull the sun, and it's like, oh, what's under there? This one says, taking care of me. So I just really enjoy that part. It's kind of like a little hidden treasure, which I believe self-care kind of is. No one really knows what makes me feel that good inside but me. So it's up to me to honor that and to acknowledge that. So this one is super fun. This is the one I want to make for you today. So again, this was paper, glue stick, markers, no glitter glue on this. That's all it was. Oh, scissors, because we got to make some cuts. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. This is the one I'm going to sample for you today. So I chose to just bring a regular white paper today to put it on. I'm not putting it on another yellow. So what I did was I needed 2 circles. So because I am me and I am Miss Rachel, and Miss Rachel needed things that were circles to trace and make circles for, because that's how I wanted to do it. It was easy. I knew it was guaranteed, a regular circle. So what I did was I took the lids, I laid them down on the paper, I traced it, and then from there I will cut it, and I will use these as the 2 center pieces for my sun. So like I said, I have the yellow one already cut out. So I have this one started to pre-cut. I'm going to cut the rest of it for you because I want to show you how I made that spiral. Because I love how the spiral turned out. Okay, so I'm cutting it all the way out. After I traced it, I'm cutting it all the way out of my paper. And remember, if all you have is white paper and you want to color it and do whatever you want, decorate it, that is so perfect. So then from there, okay, I just start. And so what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to cut around the inside of this circle. And I'm just going to keep going all the way. See, I'm turning it as I go, and it's making those spirals like, oh, does anyone ever eat curly fries? Those are good. I love curly fries. I actually just made some the other day. So see how that comes out like that? It'll just keep curling. It's actually a fun way to make a snake too, if you ever like to make something like that. This is an absolute fun way. So we're just going to keep going and turning. And I'm not too worried about if the cuts are the same or not. And then we stop. So you don't ever cut it all the way through. We don't ever cut it all the way through. We just keep going. And then when we get to the center, we stop. So that is, let's see, it's going to fold up just like that. There we go. And there it is, right? Isn't that so cool? I love that. Okay. So after I have that, I'm going to set that aside. And then I needed the triangles for my sun rays, right? They're going to lay out like this. So I wanted to show you real quick again how simple this can be. No measuring, no worrying if they're straight or right. So I literally just took the marker and I went like this. And I just made some triangle marks, right? Kind of like spike things. And that was it. And then I'm going to do 2 really quick to show you. Then I am gonna cut these all the way through right there. You can start on this end. You can start all the way from the bottom. Because every time I cut the paper, it's gonna make a triangle no matter which way that I cut it, right? And then I need smaller triangles, so I'm just gonna cut off the bottom. You can do it any way you want. You could draw them on if you don't have wanting to. If you're not a person that likes to cut and glue, that's okay. I do. I like to cut and glue. And so I don't mind doing this. Drawing it definitely works the same, right? So bunch of triangles, sun rays, right? We got circles, we got triangles. So now we're going to, I'm not going to do the whole entire thing because of time, but I am going to show you that all I did was lay these like this, and then I will glue this on top. So let me do that really quick. We'll just glue a couple of them down to give you the idea of the process. So just a glue stick, just a quick swipe. Now I like having the sun rays go off the paper a little bit. I feel like that is part of me and how I feel when I do this self-care. It's good. I'm like bursting out, right? It's just like, yes, that paper can't contain it. That's how much I love it, right? Plus, when you do art that way, it makes it look really cool. It's a thing. It is a thing. Okay, so I glued down some of the sun rays, right? Going to take the circle, the first circle, the bigger. This one's a little bit bigger than the orange, right? The lid was just a little bit bigger. Oh, Miss Rachel's running out of glue. And then we're going to go like that and just put it down. And then for the spiral, oh, we can write something on the inside. I'm going to write, I am important. Because I am, and so are you. And I want you to know that you are important, and your self-care is important. And so that's how we do that. Okay, we're going to write that, so then I'll have my hidden message on the inside. So now with my swirls, I go ahead and I'm going to flip it over a little bit, and so I'm just going to rub glue, I still have some in here, all the way around, like the first coil, and a little bit over onto the second. So we're just wanting to glue the first, maybe second ring down. And depending on how it sits on your paper, you may need to glue just a little bit more, right? So then it will attach to your paper, and after it's good and dry, after that's good and dry, it will be on there and you'll be able to pull it out, but we have to wait till it's dry. And then you'll be able to pull it out and it'll be your little hidden message on the inside, right? I love it. So after I had all of that done, that's when I chose to, oh, I didn't go over that, to think about what the things are, what are self-care to us, right? I skipped over that part. I usually like to do that first. So I need to think about what is self-care to me. What are the things that I like to do for self-care? So I wrote a list, and I encourage you to do that. And I have one here. And so I'm going to read a couple of these off to give you an idea of what self-care may be for you. So there's listening to music, there's talking with a friend, there's going for a walk, creating art. Oh, there's even alone time. Sometimes we just need like, oh, I just needed to be quiet. I need to just sit here for 15 minutes. That's complete self-care, totally self-care. And so I have exercise, reading a book, cooking as in helping an adult or guardian with the cooking, right? We're not going to go just cook on our own, watching movies or TV. And you could journal, even rest, getting good rest, knowing like, man, I'm tired, I need to just go rest. And you do self-care, right? Self-care, how cool is that? So with that, okay, so we'll have a little list going on, at least brainstorm of what that is. What I would do is take my ideas from my list, and what I did with this other one is I just wrote them in. Listen to music, right? Go for a walk. So this is what I did when I created the other one. This is definitely just a suggestion on how to do it, okay? Because there's no wrong way. So then from there, I went in and I just filled in all the different spots. I did dots, just something easy and simple. That's what I like. That's what I wanted. And when I look at this, it does. It makes me feel good about me and my self-care. So if you choose to make this creation today, any way that you choose to do it is going to be the right way, and I would love to see your creation. I hope that you get to have some self-care time as we go through all this, even if it's just sitting alone for 15 minutes. That's all it could be, and it could be simple like that, and it'll make you feel good. So share with us on Instagram at #OperationStayConnected and share your creations with us, and I hope to see you next time.